swear they're so holy when they say amen, you know? Amen to that.
Shalom.
Shalom. All praises to the Most High.
The Waco Israel Ministries. We do thank and praise the Most High God, Ahayah, through His Son Yashayah, and the Holy Spirit, or the Ruach, for, excuse me.
Other than that.
For this opportunity to be here on in front of you, for another opportunity to bring some truth and to help, hopefully, to help people understand the world we live in. Whether you want to hear or not, right? The Bible says, "He that has an ear, let him hear." So if you don't want to hear it, don't pay no mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on in your deception and hope for the best.
Very
that's
good.
The only thing you have to hope
that's
for.
not compromising, at least for telling you the truth. Go on in your deception. Listen,
hold
on, let me say something, Josh. Because Sunday worship is deception. It's idolatry. It's a white Christ that the Pope invented in 14 something. So go on in your deception, like Josh says. Turn the program off. Don't listen. We don't care about how many views we have. We have thousands and thousands and thousands. But it doesn't matter. What matters to us is that one person hears the truth, will tell other people. And that's how this ministry is growing. This is actually 2x2 ministry. It really is. It's a 2x2 ministry. It's us two telling other people and them telling other people. That's how this ministry grew. What do you have, about 90,000, Josh, views? Something like that. We're not even counting. We're not counting because it doesn't matter. What matters is
the content.
The content, the truth you hear.
Not the people.
Right, that goes in your spirit. You say, you know, these brothers, for some reason, maybe I don't like them, whatever reason, but they are telling the truth. Because if you know the Bible and we're breaking the Bible down and you're calling us a liar, you're deceived. We break that Bible down correctly. And we're not bragging. We break it down using precepts. And if you're not using precepts in the Christian church, something is wrong.
Right.
You can't just come into a building and sit down and they do all the talking. If you've had any sand in your gut, any guts, you should have been listening to my son the last month or two, bringing that pagan Christianity book. That's awesome, this book. It opened my eyes to a lot of things I didn't even know. And I've been understanding 9 years, almost 9 years.
Different levels.
See, so, and Josh, you know, Josh said to me a couple weeks ago, Dad, there's no price for knowledge. So don't worry how much money we spend a month, or if we do, on the books that we get, because we have a good library, right, Tony? We got an awesome library. We got Illuminati, we got Enoch, we got all the books. We got the Jubilees. We got, oh man, this girl in this restaurant I met, you know, I talked to her once in a while. I'm gonna bring in the book of Jubilees, and she wants me to show her about the 100, you know, the 334 days, and she's interested. You see. Takes one person, even a white person, Caucasian. They want to know truth. I've met people in Walmart, right? At the register that know about the chemtrails. And then a Christian said to me, no, that's not poison. That's chemical to clean the air. No, it's chemical to kill you. It comes down 3 months later is a mist. And that's why everybody says that, was that worldly saying? It's going around. Ever hear that, Josh? It's going around all right. Yeah, it's going around America all right. Everybody's sick and they're running to the drugstore. Chemtrails are from the government. It's called the depopulation time. We read it in the Illuminati book, if you missed it, that the Rockefellers have the cure for cancer. But because of reasons of depopulation, what do you say, Josh? Cancer doesn't kill. What kills? Chemo kills.
Yeah.
So now they're advertising, go to chemo. Get chemo right away. So chemo will kill you. There's avenues you can make today. Health food, right? Right? All kinds of we call alternatives. Not to go to chemo.
I want to talk about briefly tonight.
Go ahead.
As healing the brokenhearted.
Yes.
Healing the brokenhearted tonight. That's what we're going to talk about.
Awesome, brother.
This is one of the new books that we acquired.
Read the title, Josh. Go down. Yeah, I'll read it.
The Destruction of Black Civilization.
It's a really, really good book. I haven't started to read it. I read it here and there, but every book that my son gets online, it's got especially this pagan Christianity book. Man, we're getting some information out of this thing. Now I know why they wear those robes on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Now we know a lot. See, the more you study, right? You can never learn enough, right, Josh?
Absolutely.
You never can learn enough. Never. Now, a brother said to me in the gym, he says, well, knowledge is power, right, Brother Pat? I said, true knowledge is power.
The correct knowledge.
The correct knowledge is power. Not any knowledge. Christianity knowledge is power? No, it's deception. Why are Christians being killed in churches across America? That's your why Jesus protected you? I don't hear of any camps being killed. You, Tony? I don't. Because why? They're keeping the law. Angels worship with us, right, Josh, on Friday and Saturday night. Jubilee says so.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say that in Christian church. The angels come and worship with you because they don't. You cannot break his laws and get away with it.
So before we go into the Bible
Yeah,
and
Want
read
me to
a
read,
couple precepts,
okay, you want it?
I have some information that
Yeah,
I
you can
read.
read it, brother.
Unless my dad wants to read it for me.
No, can you see it? See it?
No, I can see it.
You want my glasses?
This is out of The Destruction of Black Civilization.
And listen up, please.
Page 36.
If you just tuned in,
Paragraph.
Listen.
Paragraph number 3. It says, even the African revolt against colonialism and the worldwide challenge of white domination of the entire earth, even these signals of lords of change, signals of lord of change, do not diminish these scholars of imperialism. Excuse me. They represent the lords of the earth, controlling the levels of education. So whenever you go into a school or any public setting, you're going into a controlled knowledge setting. In other words, they won't teach and this is just confirming what we've been saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everything we read or everything we seem to buy over the last 8 years, starting with the Illuminati and the Hebrews, the Negroes, and all the other books containing understanding, have just confirmed what we have been saying. You're not being taught the truth. That's why when you hear people like us, it seems foreign to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because this isn't.
Because you've been led astray.
Because you're not being fed the truth.
That's right.
In the public forum. You're being fed confusion and lies.
That's right. Babylon, confusion. That's right.
Science and research, the control of education of blacks throughout the world, therefore they see the need even in the 1980s to take a new look at the history of blacks from its beginning, and start the work of restoring the pages that they have had entire deleted or ignored. They are doing the very opposite their histories and their other scientific studies of the blacks are presented just as they have been for 300 years. With the rise and the spread of independent African states and the Black Revolution in the United States, these scholarly representatives of white supremacy quickly reformed their techniques. So they didn't change what they taught, they just updated it. And that goes for religion as well.
Mm-hmm.
Techniques of mind control.
Wow.
They set up in Europe and America highly financed African studies associations, societies, institutes, history journals, and African periodicals of various kinds, all under complete white control. So whenever you go to a school or university or even a church, you are not being taught the truth about all of history.
That's right.
You are being taught a whitewashed,
absolutely
whitewashed European appetite cleanser. That's what you are being fed. Okay. Complete white control and direction. Their African studies programs are pushed in colleges and universities far ahead of the general demand by Black youth in America in Black studies. As the latter demands developed, Black youth discovered the white professors not only the field occupied, but were still teaching their traditional viewpoints on race. In the continuing crusade to control the minds of Blacks through the nature of their education, American and British scholars led by their excuse me.
You want me to read?
Led, they are as ruthless and as aggressive in their scholarly pursuits on race as their counterparts in setting and controlling the wealth and peoples of their lands, having established strong national and international African association journals that attempt to control research activities on Africa. They proceed to flood the world with hastily thrown together African histories. Pamphlets and publications on just about every subject that could stand a Black title. Okay, so we see and we understand from reading that the earth has been fed lies concerning
big time
so-called Black people. Now we know that the Black people, the Negroes, are the Hebrews. They are the Israelites. That's
Yehuda. That's right.
See, we understand that the Israelites, the only reason this deception exists is because they want to control the people they built this nation upon.
That's right.
And continually continue to build their failing empire on their back.
Wow, you just confirmed something today too, Josh. That's good.
So we understand that white education is a lie. Everything they give you in a university setting is a lie. Everything they teach you in school is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
They are teaching you a whitewashed history that is satisfiable to the people that write the history books and all the publications. Mm-hmm. They control, at the top, they control everything you read. That's why you don't hear any truth from what you read from them, because they don't want you to understand this.
That's right.
Excuse me. They don't want you to understand this. The Bible, right? That's what they're afraid of, because they know that the people that they enslaved throughout the earth are the Hebrews.
What Josh is saying also, that the Bible that people read in America is a European twist in it, and it's not really being read right to millions and millions of people. So
the Bible, meaning that even through religion, they read the Bible as if it is a European book.
Mm-hmm.
When we know that it is not a European book.
Awesome, brother.
Absolutely. So
absolutely.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Into the book.
Don't do the whole chapter, kids. Do
no, we're not doing that tonight anyway.
Not? Okay.
Let's go into the book
of Josh?
Isaiah.
Isaiah, all right. Isaiah, Tony. Okay. And Brother Recall had every right to say what he said, Tony. Don't tell us about our book. How dare you try to tell us about our book, right?
Mm-hmm.
That brother knows the Bible. It's his book. He's a Hebrew Israelite. I wouldn't dare try to tell them, because I'm in the same information and understanding now. So I'm learning, and I'm growing too, to know that this Bible was lied to me by these pastors that I sat under.
Expecting them to tell you the truth.
Right, and they never did. Well, how do you figure that, brother? I mean, you were in Christianity for 32 years. Yeah. I heard the same scriptures over and over again. How come they never gave me all the scriptures about the Hebrews and where they are and who they are? It's all in there, right? Mm-hmm.
Isaiah 61.
Isaiah 61.
Verse 1.
All right. 61:1, Tony. Isaiah 61:1. Okay, Isaiah 61, right? Or 61, 61:1, right? Mm-hmm. Ready? The Most High tidings of salvation to Zion, to everybody. The Spirit of the Most High power is upon me, because the Most High hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
The Israelites.
He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
So who are the brokenhearted in this earth? Who are the people that have no knowledge of self, no knowledge of their history, no knowledge of their God, no knowledge of their true nationality?
Come on, Josh.
The Israelites. Read.
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
Liberty to what?
To the captives.
What is a captive? A captive is a slave or a servant.
Come on. And the opening of the prison.
Of the what?
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
So what people are the most imprisoned in America?
The tribes.
Read.
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Most High and the day of vengeance of our power.
Read.
To comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion.
Read.
To give unto them beauty for ashes.
Read.
And oil of joy for mourning. The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness.
Because
now, wait, stop. I want to say something. See, now, when I was a Christian, they told me this was about everybody. And don't lie, Christian. You know, you were told the same thing. It's not about everybody. Go ahead. That they might be called the trees of righteousness, the law keepers, the planting of the Most High, that he might be glorified. You can't glorify him if you don't.
The Most High is glorified in the freeing of his people from their captivity.
Amen, brother. I couldn't have said it any better, Josh.
Now let's get the fulfillment of this. Let's go to the New Testament. Let's go to Luke.
Brother Luke. I went right there. Luke, where?
4:16.
Wow, that was close. Look at that. Luke 4:16.
And they don't even have to lie about most of it. All they have to do is not teach you how to understand what you read.
That's right.
They don't even have to really, which is a type of lying, but still.
And he came to Nazareth, right, Tony?
Hold on.
Yeah. There isn't one iota, one dot, one tittle in the New Testament that Christ was called a Christian. I don't know where these Christian churches are getting this from, Tony.
Hold on, Dad.
You know, it's not in there. Well, he's called the way. So the way doesn't mean Christian. He's the way, the truth, the life. The way is the law. The truth is the commandments, the Sabbaths. That brings you to life. Not Christianity don't bring you to life. It brings you to death. Not learning. Running from church to church on Sunday. Trying to get a high. All I see them doing is bringing their suits into the cleaners on Monday, Tony. All sweaty. I know. I sat there for 32 years. I've been there. I'm not better than any Christian. I've been there. I'm much wiser than them now because I came into understanding. I know what the Bible means now.
Read.
And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up. And as his custom was.
And as his what was?
Custom. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Want to break it?
Read.
He went into the Christian church on a Sunday.
On a what?
He went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day.
On the what?
Sabbath day.
So.
Because Christ is the Sabbath. That's right. That's why you got to keep the Sabbath. Because he is the Sabbath.
Christ didn't go to church on Sunday.
Amen, brother.
So why are you doing it?
That's right.
Read.
And stood up to read.
See,
they hate the word. They hate the real word, John.
They do.
They hate the word.
They'll argue with it.
Wow.
I'm not under that. Then why do you have a Bible if you're not under it?
My pastor pork chop says it doesn't matter. Just come to my Sunday church.
Read.
And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah, and whom he had opened the book. And when he had opened the book, he found the place
When
where
he had opened the what?
the book.
The what?
The book.
So the book is not being opened to you in the church.
No, sure it isn't.
It's being read through a controlled filter of European religion.
That's right. He found the place where it was written.
Where it was what?
Where it was written.
We just read this in Isaiah. Read.
The Spirit of the Most High is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel, the good news to the poor.
Everyone.
To the poor in Israel at that time. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted. This is a prophecy from Isaiah that Christ would come to preach deliverance to the captives.
Preach what?
And preach deliverance to the captives.
So to proclaim to Israel their deliverance is coming.
All right.
Read.
And recovering of the sight of the blind.
Of the what?
And recovering of sight to the blind.
See, the church is set up to keep you
blind. I have a
blind.
healing ministry. No, that's not what he's saying.
The church is set up to keep you blind and ignorant.
That's right.
Read.
Blind means they were lost in their understanding. To set in liberty them that are bruised. To preach the acceptable year of the Most High.
So the acceptable year of the Most High is what? Is the deliverance of Israel from their slavery.
That's right.
Their physical deliverance, not spiritual, although it is speaking about spiritual, but this is more speaking about a physical deliverance of a people that has been enslaved.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Joel.
I don't like these brothers. They know the word. I don't want to listen to this.
I have to run to my pastor to have him soothe my conscience.
Yes, I want to ask my pastor what they're
to soothe my conscience.
Won't you go to a Christian church? They got your money, pal, and that's all they care about. And there are some meaningful pastors out there, and I'm not trying to insult any pastor, but most of it is all based on money, what they can get from you. And if they sucker you in, you get a little taste of the pie, but not much, right, Tom? Yeah. Now, where are we going? Where's Joel, Tony?
Right?
After Amos?
No. After
Obadiah? Oh, Jonah. After Jonah.
Hosea.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, brothers and sisters.
Nothing there. How did I pass it? Oh, yeah. Did I pass it, Tony?
Well, if you're going back this way, no. Still like
I got Joel. Joel Webb. I got it, Tony. I got so many papers in the way here. Okay. Joel where? Joel what, Josh?
Joel
1?
No, Joel 3.
3. Okay.
One.
All right, Joel or Joel 3. Get a hold of some meat tonight now.
Joel 3:1. Read.
For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah.
So this is what Christ was talking about as well.
Jerusalem.
The deliverance of the children of Israel.
That's right. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for everybody.
For who?
For my people.
For what?
For my people.
Wait, for everybody.
For my people.
For Christians.
For my people.
Read.
And for my heritage, Israel.
Christians.
Israel.
Catholics.
Israel.
Read.
Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
So There's even a judgment coming on the people
Oh,
that took his land.
Oh, yeah.
That land belongs to the Most High, not the people that
That's
are
the
claiming.
Edomites.
Mhm.
And they're going to answer soon, real soon.
Read.
And they have cast lots for my people.
They have what?
Cast lots for my people. And have given a boy for a harlot.
Uh-huh.
And
So
sold-
slave masters didn't just rape women. They were homosexuals. They raped men.
That's right.
Read.
And sold a harlot for wine, a girl for wine,
Read.
that they might drink.
Uh-huh. Read.
Yea. And what have ye to do with me, Tyre?
And so Tyre and Zidon are Africans. So Africans had a hand in the transatlantic slave trade.
Wow.
And the Arab slave trade. Read.
All right, Josh. And all the coast of Palestine.
Read.
Will you
Those are Arabs. Read.
Will you render me a recompense?
So you're gonna pay me back for what you did.
Wow. And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, I will return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
Uh-huh.
Wow, Solomon's temple. And have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things.
Not only the treasures, but the Israelites. You enslaved them and made them build your empires.
Wow.
Read.
The children also of Yehudah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Now,
the Greeks.
We know that the ancient Greeks and Romans enslaved Israel, but now their kingdom is called America. And who have they enslaved and are still using to build their failing system?
Come on.
Start the verse again because they missed it.
I will raise,
verse 6.
The children also of Judah and the children of
everybody.
Of Judah and children of Jerusalem.
Listen to the word.
Have you sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
Stop.
Wow.
So this could not be written by a European because no slave master would put in the book that he's accountable or responsible for enslaving a people, and there's a judgment coming upon him for it.
I don't care what anybody says. We know time's running down. Just because you got things and you got a job, that doesn't mean what's happening is not happening. And we know what's going on. And we're going to stop telling people. We're not going to tell it anymore. If you're not ready for what's going to come down the pike, that's your bad.
It's on your head.
That's on your head. We have warned you over and over on this ministry. If you've got room, Tony, right, in your house, start stacking up dry foods. Start stacking up food, dry, anything you can save, water. Because let me tell you something, friends out there. You might think you own land and you got a deed, but that land is not yours. It was stolen. But it was stolen by the American government. They took it from the tribes of Israel that were in America in the 6th century. What do you think, these tribes just grew on trees? If you got the missing books, you'll find out where it is. Oshia, and Salamenza took them across the waves, the waters, and brought them here.
Isaiah 42:22.
Isaiah 42:22. Okay. 42:22.
See, all the Christian church does is give you fake inspiration that doesn't give you nothing.
That's right. It leaves you empty. Ready? Isaiah 42.
Hold on.
No, I know. I'm waiting. 22. Oh, I like this. This is good, Josh. Now, we just read this. And I'm going to read this again about prison. See, listen, if there's any Caucasians listening, Christians, you got to get that out of your spirit that you're reading about yourself or your friends in church. No. I got over that real quick, didn't I, Josh? I knew for sure I was reading about these black Israelites. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes.
Wait. Right?
I'll read it again. Take your time.
Just
42,
start the verse again.
42:22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none deliver it, for a spoil, and none say it, restore.
So that is talking about the prison system and their war on the Israelites.
That's right. The tribes, all the tribes. You go to prison today, mate. Who's ever got a prison, so-called prison ministry? I don't know what you're doing there, Christian. The tribes are all there. What are you doing there? Telling them why Jesus loves them? I did that for 11 years. Shame on me. I didn't know any better. You go to a prison today, all the tribes are there. Mexican, right, Tony? Puerto Rican, right? Afro-American, right?
Mm-hmm.
Indian. There's whites, but there's mostly tribes there. Mexicans. South America. All over the world are in prisons in America. Did you know America has the biggest and the most prisons in the world? And we're free? Where are we free?
Uh-huh. Keep reading, verse 23.
Deceived people. People that don't see. They walk on in darkness. There is no light in them.
Who among you will
Give ear to this? See that? Look at that. They don't listen, Josh.
who will hearken?
That's what he's saying to you
And
tonight,
hear?
viewers.
For the time is come.
Look at that. Look at that. For the time is
Read.
come. And remember, this is prophecy. He's talking about today. Who gave Jacob for a spoil?
Wait, who did what?
Who gave Jacob for a spoil? Jacob.
So who sold the Israelites all over the earth?
Uh-huh.
Esau. Read.
That's right. And Israel to the
Robbers.
Did not the Most High?
He spoiled. Whom?
He against whom we have sinned, for they would not walk in his ways.
So you Israelites
Wow.
choose your oppressor's religion, and you are cursed. That is a part of your curse.
And the Christian church, look at that. Look where they ended up.
Stop.
Amazing, Tony, huh?
Yeah.
Amazing, brother. How they'll sit there and they'll defy the word, Tony. Yeah, I can hear books closing. I really can. I can hear Bibles closing. But yet I can hear a lot of Bibles opening. That's the way it's going to be. Many are going to come and most won't. Most will not. And the Christians are only ones who can get the truth, Tony. All right? It's shameful when you say this, but I got to say it. It's a shame. Muslims know the Bible better than you Christians. They know there's a Hebrew God. They know there's no white Jesus. I've spoken to many of them. Not all of them now. Many of are way off. They're in their religion. I know that. But you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
Oh yeah, everyone across the earth, other
know
than
who the
here in
Hebrew-
America, know.
That's right. They know better than the Christian church, the Muslim. You know what? My brother in the Christian church, when we left 9 years ago, you know what he asked me? What do you think about these Muslims? I said, I wasn't understanding. I said, I didn't know how to answer him. I said, what do you mean? They're religious. That's all I knew at the time. When I came into understanding, now I can answer him. They're going to go down too. Yashayah, okay? When he comes back, and I got a surprise for everybody tonight listening. He's not coming back to America because America is going to be destroyed. He's not coming back here. So you better stop looking in the sky, the eastern sky, the song, you know. Keep your eyes up on the eastern sky. Look up your eyes. Sing those stupid songs. He's not coming back here. America is going to be destroyed, folks. And you better get ready.
Ezra's.
You better get ready. Ezra's.
Second Ezra's.
Yeah,
15.
Yeah, Josh. All right.
19 through 21.
Okay, brother. Yeah, we're gonna lay out some warnings. Oh, don't do that. I feel so comfortable in my church. My pastor says, as long as you feel comfortable. Huh. If you don't shake at this word and tremble and understand what's really been said in these pages, you got a problem. You love the world. 1 John 2:15 says, "Love not the world."
Read.
All right.
Second Ezra's 15:19. Read.
15:19, Josh. All right. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
That's the time we're living in.
Now,
Read.
come on, right? But shall destroy their houses with the sword.
Read.
And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Look at that. It's right upon us.
Read.
Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth.
Now, we just read this in Joel.
Come on.
Joel 3, right? Read.
Yes, go ahead, Josh. Kings of the earth to reverence me.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to force you to bow down, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east,
Read.
and Lebanon,
Read.
to turn themselves one against another,
Read.
and repay the things that they have done to them.
To who?
Done to them.
Everyone.
Them.
Christians.
Them. His
Read.
people. Like as they do yet this day.
Wait. Yet as they do this what?
Yet like as they do yet this day unto my chosen.
My what?
My Christians.
My what?
My religious people.
My what?
My chosen.
Wait. So
Well, I go to Christian church. I'm chosen.
there's a
No, you're not.
there's a chosen people
Typo.
that the nations are oppressing.
Yeah, come on.
Who
Come
is
on.
this people?
Wow.
The Israelites.
Wow.
The so-called Negroes.
That's
Read.
right. So will I do. Wait, I got to stop. Wait, I got to say something. Hold on, Josh. You see, when you look through your own eyes and you're seeing things wrong, and I know you are, well, what are these brothers talking about? Everything's going fine. No, nothing's fine. They're making you delusion. That's a delusion that everything's fine.
Say that again.
Right, Josh? That's delusional. You're delusional.
They
Well,
don't like to hear it.
It's true.
You're in a delusion.
Go to Thessalonians, and I will send them strong what?
We'll finish with that.
Yeah, we'll finish. Yeah, you're delusional. You're not seeing right. Just because they give you a house and a picket fence, that doesn't mean that everything's going to cave in soon. It is. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom.
Read 24.
Wow, this is good, man. Yeah, this is good. I like warnings because it makes me walk right. Woe to them that sin.
Wait, woe to them that what?
Destruction to them. I can't. Woe. What's woe, John?
Utter destruction.
Utter destruction to them that sin. That's the word. Listen, and keep not my Sunday church.
Keep not my what?
Commandments.
My Christianity.
Commandments.
Catholicism.
Commandments.
My what?
Commandments. Say the Most High.
Stop. Second Ezra 6:54.
That's heavy, Tony. That's heavy duty, man. That's where the rubber meets the road. That's heavier than a Chevy HD. 654, Josh. Okay, 654. Yeah, I got it on the line. All right. Second Ezra 6, verse 54. Wait till you get it.
$54. Read.
Ready?
Read.
Okay. And after these, Abram also, whom thou madest
Master.
thou whom thou madest most high, a Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
What?
Wow.
Chosen. Read.
Look at that. All this have I spoken before thee, O Most High, because thou makest the world for our sakes.
For who?
For everybody.
So God didn't make the world for everyone.
No, he didn't. That's why I hate that brother John. We're all brothers from Adam and Eve. No, we're not. I'll read it to you in the Bible. We're not. As for the other people, watch this, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. Wow. But be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto
So
a drop.
covenantally,
Wow.
God didn't make a covenant with everybody.
No, and that's what he's saying. It doesn't mean he don't love people. He made a covenant with a certain people, and he's going to keep that promise. But you, as the Afro-Americans in America, I got to wake up and get back to Mount Zion and get back to Mount Carmel and Mount Nebo and return to your heritage and return to your promises and your covenant with your power. You lost out in Christianity. There's nothing there for you but electric Satan activity. That's all it is. That's all it is. And we're saying this in love to you because we care about you and we know what's happened in this world. And this is
We're
why
we're going to close in
Thessalonians.
Thessalonians in a second. Go to Barak.
Barak.
4 verse 3.
Second Barak, Josh, 4:3.
Barak 4.
Okay. 2, 4, 3. I got it. Okay, Barak. Great book, the Apocrypha. I got the original King James Bible with the Apocrypha in the middle of the Bible. So tell me, how is that done away with? Oh yeah, the Catholic Church doesn't want you to read it. Well, I know why too.
Read 3.
4:3. Let me find it. Leave me in there, Tony. Turn D. No, that's 2, right?
Read.
4:3.
Read.
I don't see it. I got it crossed out. That's why. Hold on. It's 2. Where's 3? 4:3. Barak. Second Barak. Barak. Yeah, 4:3.
4 and 3. Read.
I don't see it. Where's 3, Josh? I got it crossed out somewhere with the pen. I got 4. 4:3, right? O Jacob,
Read.
turn away, turn thee,
Mm-hmm.
O Jacob, and take hold of it, walk in the precepts of the light thereof, the presence. Okay, that thou mayest be illuminated.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here it is. Give not thine honor to another.
So religion makes you give your honor to your oppressor. Read.
Come on. Nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Read.
O Israel, happy are we.
What?
Happy are we.
What?
Happy are we for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us.
So God only made known his laws and his righteous statutes to Israel. Read.
I'll keep going. Okay. Be of good cheer.
Be a what?
Be of good cheer, my people.
Everybody.
My people.
Everybody.
My people. The memorial of Israel.
So the Bible is the memorial of the Israelites.
Ye were sold.
You were what?
Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath. Ye were delivered unto the to the enemies.
So the people that rule you are your enemies. They are not your friends.
That's
they don't
right.
have your best interests
They
in
sure
heart.
don't.
Read.
For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils.
So religion makes you worship lies. Read.
Wow. And not to the Most High. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. For when she saw the wrath of Ahayah coming upon you, she said, hearken, O ye that dwell.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's finish in Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians 2:6.
Let me read this. Oh, yeah. Now, remember, we're in the New Testament, 2:6, right? Like 2 Thessalonians, Josh? 2:6. No, it can't be. That's for the mystery of iniquity.
Read.
That's 2:6.
Read.
Oh, you want me to start there? Okay. And now you know what withholdeth it, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
The mystery of iniquity is Christianity.
Come on.
Because iniquity means the breaking of the laws of God. What religion teaches you that you can break God's laws and get away with it?
Awesome, God. Only he who now let it will let, until he be taken out of the way, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Most High shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
So that wicked is Satan, and Satan's major religion on the earth is Christianity.
That's right.
Read.
With the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Read. So Christianity has lying wonders in it. What is the biggest lying wonder?
The healing powers, the healing ministries.
The false image of Jesus Christ.
That's right. That's right.
The Messiah.
Yeah,
That is the
whole shebang, Josh.
That is the biggest deception that people believe.
Sure is. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, which is the truth, the law, that they might be saved. And for this cause. And for this cause. Now the Most High is doing this.
Wait. So, with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them which perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
Wow.
So Christianity teaches you not to love the laws of God, that they're done away with, and that is deceit and a lie.
Wow, come on, brother. And for this cause, the Most High will send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie.
What is that lie? Christianity.
That's right. Now listen, folks, this is deep. If the Most High put that delusion on you, it's too late for you. If you can't come out of those lies.
No, it's not only that. if you love the delusion,
Right.
that's the thing.
Right. You got to come out and see it for what it is. And if you don't do it in time, that's it. That they all might be damned who believe.
Wait, they might all be what?
That they should believe a lie. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth.
What is the truth? Christ is the truth, and the truth that
It's the
Christ
law.
brought is the law.
That's right. But had pleasure in unrighteousness.
What is unrighteousness? Breaking his law.
Now watch this. Now here's what I was told. Now listen, I remember. You know, pastors told me about this. You know, they told me, well, this is people out of the church.
No, it's not.
Damn liars. It ain't people out of the church. It's people in the church that hate his laws. But now we know better because we know how to break the word down now.
So, as we have shown you, hold on. I want to read one more thing.
Go ahead. You can't mess, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters out there, you can't mess with the Most High's words.
Oh, you can't.
He says, anybody add or taken away will be added the plagues that are in the book. And you will receive them. On that day, you will receive them. The more you fight it, the harder your heart gets. And you keep shunning it and shunning it until it might be too late.
Okay, last thing. Isaiah, and I'll read this. Isaiah 29:9. Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
Come on.
They stagger,
Mhm.
but not with strong drink.
Wow.
That's Christianity.
Come on.
Christianity makes everyone stagger because they don't tell you the truth.
Wow.
For the Most High hath poured out upon you, the Israelites, a spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes. The prophets, your Christian preachers, all of them, and your rulers hath, and the seers hath he covered.
Mm-hmm.
The vision of all of them, of all, not some, but all,
Come on.
all your pastors,
Come on.
all your elected officials,
Mhm.
all your religious leaders, the vision of all is become to you as the words of a book that is sealed.
Wow.
So they're not set up to open the revelation of the Bible.
You're sure not?
God never gave the Bible to a religion. He gave the Bible
To a nation. of
to
people.
the nation of Israel,
That's right.
and to those who understand it properly.
Amen, brother.
Sealed, that which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot,
Wow.
for it is sealed.
Come on, you went to seminary. You can't read.
Exactly. So the seminarial system is set up to lie,
Docile.
deceive
Keep you docile.
and keep this book sealed from you.
That's right.
And that goes for Israelites and Gentiles alike. Your seminary that your pastor went to lied to him to keep white supremacy going.
You know, I got to say this.
I'll read it again.
Yeah, read
They
it.
don't believe it. They don't believe what God says.
Wow. That's dangerous.
Listen to what God says.
Yeah.
The words of the book. Okay, verse 11. And the vision of all, not some. So there's no pastor out there telling you the truth. Not a pastor standing behind no podium on Sunday giving you the truth. And that goes for Seventh-day Adventists as well. They're all liars.
That's right. Well, they look good. They got a suit on and a tie. Don't be fooled, folks.
As is become to you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to him, to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed.
Oh,
For
he just said he was
and the
learned.
book or the Bible is delivered to him that is not learned,
Mhm.
saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for I am not learned.
Wow. So that's how we were 9 years ago. We weren't learned. Even after 32 years in Christianity. I had to learn the whole Bible over. I had to first understand that it's not about me. It's about a people in a nation I'm reading about.
You don't believe what I just read?
No, they don't. No, don't keep me. No. No, because I'll tell you, Josh. No, we don't feel we're wasting our time. We've been called to this ministry to help the tribes of the world to see who they are. And guess what? Millions, right, Tony, across this flat earth are waking up all over the place.
The Christian church is deceivableness.
That's right.
And iniquity. The Christian religion has never taught you the truth and never will. And the only reason you believe in it is because you trust in them.
Fault. And I follow those steps. And you're going to follow those steps until you come into understanding. Until you read the Bible the way we were taught to read it right. Now I'm reading it right. Who's right? Us or them? No, we're right because we use the precepts. And we know that book is an Israelite book. That's a black Hebrew covenant book. And you got to get that in your spirit first, or you just might as well not read it.
Right.
And I'm talking about white people out there too, like us, Caucasians. Don't think that book is about you when you're reading on Sunday. You're David. You got the nerve to say you're right, Tony?
Uh-huh.
You're David. You're Paul. No, you don't know Paul. That blasphemy book that Jimmy Swaggart wrote, the Apostle Paul, and that devil, what's his name? Billy Graham wrote that book, The Holy Spirit, another blasphemy book. You got to be careful.
The Bible
with these people,
says,
man.
beware of the making of many books.
That's right.
Wherein there is no end, and much study is the weariness of the flesh. Mm-hmm. Ecclesiastes 12:12. So the Bible doesn't command you to write books.
It's all
the Bible commands you to read the Bible.
That's right. All the missing books. And
all the books you read in a seminary or in a secular university or college are lies.
That's right.
And they have nothing for you. Just go with what God says. God is not a man that he should lie.
Right. Keep tuning in because we're getting to the meat of this book, this pagan Christianity book, man. And I'm telling you, I hope you've been listening. I hope you've been listening.
Shalom.
Shalom.